this is Patricia from Heartland Farm. If you haven't subscribed to our page or our link or our channel, please try to subscribe to our link because we are giving you the best of the best. You know, we all learn from this. I'm also learning, you are learning, everybody is learning. We can give suggestions to other people to also join our groups and also subscribe to our pages. Just click on the notification bell so that whenever we post a new videos, you'll be the first to get it. So today we'll be talking about handling the deep litter system for poultry beds. Handling the deep litter system for poultry beds involves several best practices to ensure the health and productivity of the flock. Here are some key steps to take. What is even this deep litter we are talking about? Litters for poultry beds are those things we pour on the floor, those things we keep to protect, to put in between the cemented floor and the beds. We allow them to step on it. Those things we pour on the floor. It can be our wood shavings, it can be our wood straws, it can be our sawdust. Whatever you place on the floor for the birds to be able to be comfortable in their pen, what we call litters on the floor. So how to handle them in different pens or in different farms. Number one, choose the right litter material. Just like I said, we have the wood shavings, we have the wood straws, and then we have the sawdust. Choose a material that is absorbing, that has this absorbent ability, that can provide good insulation and is readily available. Number two, maintain proper depth. The litter should be at least 6 inches deep to provide adequate cushioning and absorbency. Add fresh litter periodically to maintain the depth as the old litter decomposes and compacts. You know, from time to time, we change it. Most times you put it and you discover that water has poured on them and they are matching on it. You find out that it becomes clummy, it becomes gummy, it starts to decompose together. For example, when you allow it to build up that way, it starts emitting some deadly gases. That is where ammonia gases comes from too. So you try as much as possible to change them periodically from time to time. When we say periodically we mean from time to time. You try to change them in order for you to ensure a good environment for our birds to stay. Number two, maintain good and proper depth. Ensure that the litters provided in the pen should be at least 6 inches deep to provide adequate cushioning and absorbency. We should always try, as farmers brooding, to always refresh the litters in the pen periodically so as to ensure that we have good environment, especially the floor for the birds to step on. We should also try as much as possible to maintain proper hygiene, because from time to time, once you put the litter starts to decompose, and the moment it starts to decompose and compact, it can produce ammonia gas. So that is why we try as much as possible to change it periodically so as to help our birds have proper and good breeding environment. Number three, we ensure good ventilation. Number three, ensure good ventilation. Number three, you ensure good ventilation. Proper ventilation is a crucial control moisture. You know, we try as much as possible to control the moisture levels and reduce the buildup of harmful gases like ammonia, just as I said in number two. That when you allow it to decompose and stay, it start emitting some odor, some scents. That is when you discover that the ammonia has come in, the ammonia gas has started coming in. So you change it. Don't even wait for that time to come, you know. So when you allow it to maintain and control major levels and reduce build-up of ammonia, harmful gases like ammonia. Ensure that your poultry houses have adequate airflow without causing drafts. Then you maintain moisture level. Number 4, maintaining of moisture level. Keep the litter dry by managing water spillage from drinkers. We can't stop these birds from throwing waters around, but in as much as we are managing our pens, we try as much as possible to coordinate. You build a special space for where the water should be placed, the drinkers should be placed, so that the birds themselves, they walk up there, they take their water and they walk away from it. Even though most times they are animals, they try to fall into the water and come out and shake it off on the litters on the floor. But try as much as possible to ensure that the house is not exposed to rain. Damp litters can lead to the growth of mold. You try as much as possible to avoid that. And then bacteria causing health problems. Number 5, you regularly turn the litter. Turning of the litter on the floor from time to time. You see, in Atlant Farm where we manage our birds, every day we turn the litters. We make sure, because most times you pour the litters, you walk away, the birds push them all together in one place. But here at Atlant Farm, every day we turn the litters. We make sure we spread them out. Stir or turn the litters regularly to promote aerations and decompositions. This also helps to control odor and it helps us to prevent the formation of caked areas where moistures can be accumulated. It helps us very well to ensure and to control moisture accumulation in our pens where the litters are, because once it is caked, you find it difficult to separate them. But if you are turning the litters regularly, you find out that it hardly cakes together, that becomes molded together. You don't allow that in, because once it is molded together, it starts to cause decompositions. It starts to emit scents and odors. Number 6, that's number 6 of the points. He says monitor and control pests. Regular check for and control pests such as termites, flies, rodents, which can thrive in deep litter if not managed properly. I said number 6 is you monitor and control pests. When you are regularly turning the litters in the pen on the floor, you find out that you will not encounter termites, you will not encounter rodents, you will not even encounter flies, because while you are turning it, you keep it dry, so those things will not be accumulated in your pens. Therefore, you have been able to monitor and control those pests from breeding or brooding themselves inside the litter, because once it is deep litter, you find out that those things are very common in them. Number 7, maintain good hygiene. Remove wet or caked or molded areas of litter promptly and replace with fresh materials, fresh dry ones. This helps to prevent the spread of diseases from one bird to the other, and it keeps the environment healthy for the birds. Number 8, use of enzymes or probiotics. Consider using commercially available enzymes and probiotics that can help in breaking down the litter, controlling odors and reducing harmful pathogens. When we continue to use available probiotics in our pens, from time to time you sanitize the environment, you find out that we have been able to reduce those things that will come to cause harmful issues to our beds. We try as much as possible to prevent it, because when we reduce them, those harmful pathogens will not be built up, and then we have been able to help our beds to be in a healthy environment. Then number 9, monitor beds health. From time to time, you keep your eye on your beds. You check them, signs of respiratory issues. Every time you are monitoring them, you're checking if they have respiratory issues. You are checking for lameness or paralysis. You're checking for abnormal behavior, which can indicate problem with the litter or overall environment. If you can check your beds from time to time, you find out that you will be able to avoid anything that will cause your beds to die, because regularly you are checking on the beds. You're checking for sign of dullness. You're checking for sign of unwarranted behaviors, like most times you enter their pen, they are very aggressive. Check. When you check their environment, it's just like monitoring your patients in the world. If you check your patients and you see some different kinds of signs, you will understand that, oh, something is wrong somewhere. Number 10, regular cleaning and disinfection. Regular cleaning and disinfection. Periodically clean, that is, clean it regularly. Clean out the entire litter, especially between flocks. Disinfect the poultry house thoroughly before adding new litter and introducing new flocks. You see, here at Heartland Farm, once every week, a farm manager goes around disinfecting the pens while we clean out the litters, and we make sure that before we put in the new litters, which is dry and okay for the beds, we have already disinfected the environment. We disinfect every area. Those disinfectants are not harmful to the beds, so it can be used very properly with the beds. Even while the beds are in, we use them to disinfect the environment, so to avoid pests, termites, rodents and flies in the overall environment. So if you do all this in your farm, you are sure to get a very healthy farm, and you will get good productions of meat, eggs and everything that is needed to provide for your farm to be healthy. We should ensure to maintain ventilations, good environment, and then we should also ensure that their drinkers and their feeders are in good condition, clean and healthy, to avoid anything that will cause us losses in our farms. So people will soon be talking about the types of floors to be used while brooding or taking care of our beds in our next video. Hope to see you guys there. Make sure you subscribe to our pages. We are very much indebted to you, because your subscription means a lot to us. We are learning a lot. We are happy with the outcome, with the questions arising, with the demands that people are placing, because when you farm with Heartland Farm, you are sure to get a quality eggs, quality beds and quality chicks. You will get quality meats for consumption. So see you in our next video. Don't touch the dial. Always subscribe, click on the notification bells, and you will get notified once we post our videos. Cheerio!